Sup all, welcome back to the show. This is your host Dana on Chart Striker. Hope everybody has had a good day so far, an awesome day, an awesome weekend. And let's get straight into it, shall we? It is the weekly candle close, guys. It is the weekly candle close. On the last stream, I left you with this. I told you guys, as long as Bitcoin is below, this is on the daily, okay? As long as it is below $26,600, the bulls could feel pressure from the bears, okay? The bulls could feel pressure from the bears. But right now, let me just, I think the music is a bit too high. Hold on. I don't know if it's a bit too high for you guys, but it's definitely a bit too high on my part, on my end. Okay, much better. Yeah, like if you guys can't hear me clear enough, just let me know and we will take care of that as well. Okay, hopefully. Let me see now. Test 1, 2, 3. I think we're good. I think this is good, right? Hopefully it is. Just let me know. Anyways, I told you guys that below $26,600, Bitcoin could feel pressure from the bears, okay? Could feel pressure from the bears, not Bitcoin, but the bulls, okay? Right now, we're gonna be focusing on the weekly because that is what this stream is about today, at least. So, weekly candle close. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. This does look like a candle that could do something, that could turn into something. Not only that, guys, not only that, but I don't know if you guys know, but we have less than a year left until the next Bitcoin halving, period. We have less than a year left. Like we literally have like 209 days or something like that. So we're getting closer and closer. Things are gonna start, developing. It's gonna take its time, but things are gonna start developing. Like, just think about it, okay? Would you rather go in like a month or 2 months before the halving, or when things are still, in good levels, okay? This is not financial advice. I'm just saying logic-wise. Would you rather go in when Bitcoin is like, when there's just a month left or 2 months left before the halving, or way before that happens? Just a thought, because the closer we get to the halving, what do you think is gonna happen? The closer we get, okay, let's say we have 209 days left now, okay? When we have 100 days left, I don't think prices are gonna be around these levels. I'm just saying, okay? The chances, there's still a chance it could happen, but the chances are gonna be minimal compared to now, right? Anyways, weekly, this candle could do something. Problem is that daily, what I said on the daily is no joke. If we cannot even see a daily candle close above $26,600, trust me when I say, or do not trust me, whatever you like, but the bulls are feeling pressure from the bears, okay? So we have failed quite a few times to break above this level, okay? But how the weekly candle close, this close right here, it is not necessarily a bad close. Why? It is wrapping, other bodies, prior bodies, those, small bodies, it is wrapping it up. So it is in some sort of a bullish engulfing candle, okay? Yes, some of you might argue and so on and so forth, but if you're gonna argue with me about this, make sure you've read a lot of books when it comes to the Eastern indicators and so on and so forth, because I'm gonna come back with arguments as well, because this is just facts from masters, not from me. This is not from me, okay? I'm telling you guys, but we've all had mentors, right? We've all had masters. So I'm telling you this from the masters themselves, what I've learned. This is a bullish engulfing candle, whether we like it or not. It might not be this type of a candle, okay, this type of a candle, but nevertheless it is, because certain criteria are met. And yeah, Patreons, you probably know about this. We've discussed this. We're actually gonna discuss this in the next class as well, so it's gonna be exciting, it's gonna be interesting. All right, but yeah, this is a good candle on the weekly. This is not a bad thing. Problem is, on the daily we're still stuck, right? So we need to see a close above $26,600 at least. Would be even better, you know, somewhere around 26,700, but $26,600 is good enough. It's good enough. If we can see a close above that level, then we have ourselves, you know, some action in play. Right now it is so and so. It's consolidating right around resistance levels. Okay, we haven't really broken below this level either, so it's just, you know, consolidating, just going sideways. Okay, all right, let's talk about the oscillators and whatnot. So we do have some positive divergence on the weekly time frame from this point to this point, but if we see any close below this level, it's the same thing I've been saying for like a month, 2 months now, because things have been developing very slowly, unfortunately, but nevertheless it's developing. Okay, so we still gotta do something about it, right? So we do have some positive divergence. Okay, MACD is bearish, RSI is below neutral, all this we already know, but this candle is not necessarily a bad candle, I'm just saying. But what we need for that candle, you know, to see some follow through is at least a daily candle close above $26,600, okay? At least. On the weekly, we need to see a weekly candle close above 27,721 for this to continue a bit higher. Simple as that. On the daily, major resistance 26.6 needs to be broken. Okay, on the weekly, this level right here, 27,720-ish, needs to be broken, so we can go a bit higher to at least, you know, 28.6, 29.3. Very possible if that happens, right? And after that, we'll see what happens. We'll take it step by step, level by level. Now let's go ahead and look at the daily time frame. We got positive momentum on the oscillators. We still have the ugly divergence is still here. It's still not gone, unfortunately. Okay, it's still here. But otherwise, we still have, you know, positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still bullish. RSI is still holding like a fruit fly above this level. Okay, it's still above neutral, so it's fine. It's around neutral but above 50. Okay, yeah, not much to pick up here. These dojis, you know, this tug of war that we are seeing, you know, the fight between the bulls and the bears and so on and so forth, are telling us we could, you know, see it pull back a little bit, because like I said, since a week ago, 2 weeks ago, pressure is on the bulls as long as price is below this level. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the 4-hourly, because we've discussed the weekly in short, we've discussed the daily in short as well, but we've taken up the main things. We've taken out the main things, right? On the 4-hourly time frame, for those who are looking at the shorter time frames, that is okay. Oscillators are negative, histogram is, you know, negative, RSI is still above 50, fine. MACD is bearish. Like, look guys, we're consolidating. We are consolidating so slowly at the moment. We do have some support around these areas. Okay, our new support is around 26,400 to 26,270-ish. Any close below that level, yes, we could, you know, pull back to at least, you know, 26,000, you know, the loss of 26,000. And if we lose that, if we lose this support, yeah, we could, you know, pull back a bit lower. Now, just because I said it's looking a bit better, on the better side on the weekly, it doesn't mean we can't go down when it comes to the shorter time frames. For example, the daily, because that ugly divergence, that bad divergence, negative divergence on the daily is real. It's only gonna become invalid if we see a close, right? First divergence is gonna become invalid if we see a close above 27,800. Second divergence that's gonna become invalid is if we see a close above 28,776. Sorry, not 28,000. I mean 29,800. Okay, 29,800. So that is pretty much it. Let's have a look at the hourly. If you see anything special. Our hourly resistance, first hourly resistance is all the way up here, guys. Okay, if we see any close above 26,551-ish or 555, let's just be flexible. 26,555. Next hourly resistance is around... you know what? Let's just do this. It's easier if I draw it for you guys as usual. First resistance right here. From this level. Are you following? To this level, okay? Between 26,550 to 26,622. Any close above that level, we really do not have any resistance until, you know, 26,770, 26,800-ish, okay, around that area. Funny enough, the hourly resistance kind of matches up with that, you know, daily resistance that we need to break above, or we need to see a daily candle close above that level at least for the bulls to get some more steam, a bit more fuel, okay? So yeah, that is pretty much it. When it comes to support for the hourly, we are at support at the moment. All this is support for the hourly. All this right here. Okay, we got support right here on the hourly. Let's do this. There you go. So any close below this level, it means we could go to that, you know, support for the 4-hourly time frame, right? Got it? Simple. This should be blue. TradingView has been bugging out past days. Like every time I come back, I gotta like fix the settings over and over and over again. Like it's I don't know why it's bugging out. Okay, R1 hourly. You see it's bugging out. Usually this should be in the middle. There we go. And center. I don't know what's going on with TradingView. One day it's Patreon, the other day it's like, give us a break, for God's sake. Give us traders a break. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm happy. Now I'm satisfied. All right, we can move on. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum weekly time frame. Guys, this is not necessarily a bad close. I mean, it's not that, you know, that bullish candle that we saw on Bitcoin's chart. Definitely not. But at the same time, like it is a doji. Like there is some indecision going on at the moment. Okay, not looking the best, but I love the fact that it's still holding above this blue line. It is a good thing that it's holding above this blue line. Okay, doesn't mean we can't come back to these levels and test it, but weekly is looking fine. Let's have a look at the oscillators. There's no... yeah, there are no signs of any positive divergence yet. Actually, hold on. Yeah, no, not really. There are no signs of any positive divergence. The oscillators are still negative pretty much. MACD is still, you know, negative as well. It's still bearish. RSI is below neutral. This is all on the weekly. Nothing special going on, except that I like the Eastern, but I need some more confirmations. So let's see if we can find any on the daily, right? This is how traders, you know, or pro traders would be doing, looking at different time frames, because the moment you're stuck on one time frame, you might be missing some things, right? So it's good to skip to different time frames, or just, you know, have an eye on different time frames just to see what's going on. If you can read, like if you can have a reading of the market psychology a bit more better, right? Let's see now. Oh, Ethereum, okay, it's hit that R1 on the 4-hourly time frame. We are, you know, coming back down. I don't see, look, on the daily, I do not see any sign yet that the bears are exhausted, meaning, in other words, we could see this continue down a bit lower, like, because Ethereum does as well have, you know, it did develop some bad divergence, negative divergence. Okay, first divergence we need to break for this, you know, to continue is around this 1733 area. So if we can see a close above 1733, then there's a good decent chance that we can come a bit higher, but we have two divergences we need to kill. There's two divergences the bulls need to get rid of. First one, we need to see a daily candle close above 1733, and the second one is around these areas, 1861. Okay, of course, if we see a daily candle close above this one with a bit of a follow through, chances are higher that we are gonna go a bit more higher to these areas. Until that happens, yeah, let's take it easy, because on the daily Ethereum, I do not see anything at the moment that's telling us that the bears are tired. This is on the daily. Let's move on to the 4-hourly and see if we can pick up something else, right? By the way, oscillators on the daily, RSI week, it's below 50, below neutral. Positive momentum on the histogram and on the MACD, but do not forget about that negative divergence that is developing. Okay, it's not finished developing, but it's developing. I wouldn't mind, me personally, I have no problems with Ethereum, because we did catch where it's gonna get rejected, right? It got rejected here. Now I have no problems. I'd actually like it if Ethereum can come back down to these areas, somewhere on this level, hold again, and then bounce off this level again. Okay, it's just gonna show us strength of this support. Seeing that is not a bad thing. Okay, let's have a look at the 4-hourly.
Bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right? Wrong. When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on them.
Yeah, on the 4-hourly, okay, we look, it is holding that hourly support, but on the 4-hourly, looks like by the looks of it, guys, we are gonna continue down, because the daily is telling us that the bears are not done yet. Okay, so we'll see what's gonna happen. So yeah, chances are very high for Ethereum at the moment that we could actually, you know, come a bit lower if this hourly support fails to hold. Okay, there are still no signs of any positive divergence on the 4-hourly. Okay, there was none on the daily. Let's see if there's any on the hourly that could maybe save the day, right? Yeah, guys, look, there is a little bit of a chance, okay? But for that to happen, for that chance to grow into something, this one right here, this candle right here, it better close back above 1614. It has to. If it doesn't, that, you know, this could just continue with this, you know, direction it's taken, or just consolidate maybe around these levels, but it's not done. It doesn't look like it's done, guys. Ethereum doesn't look like it's done. Bitcoin looked a bit better today, but Ethereum is so and so, right? Yeah, we got volume, we got sell pressure coming in as well. Notice, right? Matching up with this. Let's see what happens in 25 minutes. We'll see what happens. Okay, we are done with Ethereum as well. Let's talk about resistance and support areas. I think resistance, we've already figured it out, right? On the daily, pretty much the same. If you can see a close above this level, next resistance for the daily is around these areas, $1,700. On the 4-hourly, our support, I already discussed it as well, so I don't think we need to discuss that. When it comes to resistance, 4-hourly resistance, pretty much the same, okay, around these levels. But this looks like it's gonna continue, guys. I'm just saying, it looks like it's gonna continue, okay? Unless this candle picks back up the pace and it manages to close above 1,613, okay? If that happens, okay, fine. Like, it's cool. It's gonna hold on in one way or the other, okay? Probably. But if that doesn't happen, there is no positive divergence that is gonna come out of this, okay? So yeah, let's move on to the next one. We're done with Bitcoin, we're done with Ethereum. I'm gonna have a glass of water and we'll continue with the next. And I'm back. Okay, let's continue on with this. Let's see now. Okay, let's see now. All right, let's go ahead with the Cardano. Cardano's still holding support like a king. It's still holding support like a king. We gotta give it that. But other than that, yeah, like I do see that the bears are kind of losing steam, okay, which is not a bad thing. Problem is for Cardano. If we see, like, look, guys. If we see a close below this level right here, yeah, we could probably go a bit lower. We could probably go a bit lower to the loss of 0.2. Very possible. That is if we see a daily candle close or weekly candle close below this area right here, okay? Prior weekly candle close with indecision, which is not necessarily a bad thing. There is some sort of a nice, you know, positive divergence that is developing, which is not a bad thing either. Let's have a look at the daily. Yeah, we had some beautiful divergence on the daily apparently, but look, this is the problem. We failed to get above this level. We failed to get above this 0.25, you know, 8-ish area. If we would have seen Cardano close, the daily candle close above this level, it would have been good. We could have at least, you know, seen, I don't know, like 0.28-ish, something like that. I mean, it's not a big difference, but, you know, we're talking about 7%, something like that, right? 1% a day keeps the doctor away, or keeps the losses away, something like that, right? Anyways, it failed on the daily. I could see it pull back lower. This Cardano has some serious problems, guys. On the daily, it has some serious problems. If it manages to close below this level, we could pull back to the lows of 0.2. Very possible, because right here, right now, around these areas, there is really no major support until the lows of 0.2. Just saying, just letting you know what the chart is telling us, okay? So keep that in mind, do whatever you like to do with it, just saying. On the 4-hourly, luckily, there is some support around these levels. That is the bottom of the box, okay, around these areas, 0.2371. So we could pull back on the 4-hourly all the way down there. Very possible, okay, very possible. Let me just do this. From 0.24 to 0.237 for Cardano, very possible, okay? But if we see any close on the 4-hourly below 0.237, then, you know, that daily lows of 0.2 is much likely to get hit, okay? Just saying. So yeah, that is Cardano in short. Let's move on, or maybe we can talk about the oscillators on the daily as well. Yeah, positive momentum on the oscillators, sure. MACD is bullish, okay, fine, but there is really not much more than that. On the 4-hourly, no signs of any positive divergence yet. MACD is still bearish. Okay, nothing going on there. But like I said, remember, support between 0.242 to 0.237-ish. We lose that, yes, loss of 0.2, very possible. Until that happens, we are around support areas at the moment, okay? So you know what we need to break to go a bit higher, and you know what we need to hold so that it doesn't go a bit lower. Now let's move on to the next one. Next, let's see now. It's awfully quiet today. Usually it's the weekly candle close. People are hyped. This is typical crypto. When things are going up, everything's going up, everybody's like awake and whatnot, but you probably missed, you know, good entry levels and so on and so forth if you're waking up when things are going up instead of waking up when things are still boring, right? Okay, let's go ahead and have a look at BNB. This one, what did I tell you guys last time? Yes, it's BNB. Yes, I did not say, you know, this often, but I did tell you guys it's looking good. It's looking fine, so most likely that it goes a bit higher. And I know for BNB to say stuff like this at this moment, it's probably like shooting yourself or something like that, but we can't mix in feelings when TA is telling us something else. Feelings to the side and focus mainly on what TA is telling you, right? If we're gonna talk about, feelings, then I'd probably not touch this, right? I wouldn't even look at it, right? But since we're talking about TA and trading and opportunities, then we have a look. So it went up. We are at resistance at the moment. You can see how we clearly are getting, problems around these levels. Okay, let's have a look at the weekly before I go ahead and talk about the 4-hourly and so on. Oh, the prior weekly candle close on BNB is looking awesome. Awesome. Patreons, you know about this candle, right? You know about this candle without me repeating it one more time. We've discussed this. So BNB, I have to say, weekly candle close prior, it's looking much better than Bitcoin and Ethereum itself. Okay? Let's see, what else can we find? Because if this is looking juicy, let's see if the oscillators are kind of telling us the same thing. Because if things are not going hand in hand, we can't, hype just because of one indicator telling us one thing, right? We got to see that a lot of things are going hand in hand, right? Okay. Wow. Yeah, there is some positive divergence developing on BNB. Okay, what are the factors for BNB? Prior weekly candle close in a potential, the candle itself, prior weekly candle close is a potential reversal candle, number one. Number two, we have some positive divergence from this point to this point. In other words, if we see any weekly candle close below this area right here, 211 or 210, if one is flexible, then forget about that positive divergence that we're seeing right now. Okay, that is developing. It's not done developing, but it's developing. Okay, on top of that, notice how MACD is kind of trying to curl to the upside. I don't want to see something like this curling up and then failing, but it's trying to curl to the upside, right? RSI is still below 50, but on both oscillators there are signs of some positive divergence that is developing. Just letting you know. On top of that, this beautiful hammer, if one wants to ignore it, go ahead and ignore it, but I'm just saying it's telling us something, right? Let's have a look at the daily. Daily, just like Bitcoin, just like ETH or Cardano, this one has some negative divergence as well that is developing. Okay, unfortunately for BNB. So we need to see a close above $227, number one, to invalidate that, or to see that first, negative divergence is invalid. And then we need to see also a close above $248 or $250 to see that the next bad divergence or negative divergence is also invalid. At the moment, yeah, as long as, like I said last time, as long as it is, below this level right here, which is around $218, $220, it is whatever. It's a nice run. Like, it had a nice run from this level to this level, right? 4%, something like that, like $8, something like that. It's fine. But yeah, it's still stuck. As long as it's below this level, there is pressure from the bears on the bulls. Okay, so as long as, in short, if we can't see a daily candle close above $220, there's still pressure from the bears on the bulls. Okay, otherwise weekly is looking beautiful. How the prior weekly candle closed is in favor of the bulls. Let's see if TA is respected. If TA is respected, this is gonna be beautiful for BNB. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bullish. RSI is looking fine. Like it wasn't overbought, right? It's still looking fine. It's holding on. But unfortunately, on the 4-hourly as well, we do have signs of negative divergence that is developing. Okay, so we need to see a close. First of all, we need to see a close above 218, 200, you know, 218, $220. That level between 218 to $220, it is so important for BNB. So we need to see a daily candle close or a 4-hourly candle close above that level. If we do not get that, it is a bit troublesome. It is a bit troublesome. Okay, let's talk about support for BNB now, because resistance, we've covered it on the daily, weekly, whatever, it's covered. Now let's talk about support, right? Some traders would not have dared to say that BNB was looking good because of all the FUD that is going on. But I give you unbiased TA, like I try, like some try to give you unbiased TA as well. I'm not the only one. So yeah, I'm glad that I told you that BNB is not looking that, you know, horrible. A little, it had a little good run, right? But yeah, like it's not looking the strongest. But on the weekly, it's looking fine. I just want to see some follow through now. I just want to see some follow through. Okay, where were we? 4-hourly, right? We're gonna talk about support or find our support areas. So I think it's better if we talk about the hourly support. So we're gonna have a look at this instead. Okay. For educational purpose, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna find support for this level right here, right? Where do we find resistance? Where do we have resistance? Do you see where we can find resistance? This is not always how I find resistance and support levels, just so you know, but this is based on trend lines now. Okay, we're gonna do it easy, simple. Okay, so where can we see? I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied, I'm very tired, but where can we see resistance? Around these levels. Look, if we draw a line just like this, right, just like this, somewhere around these areas, you see there is some resistance right here, right? You guys notice? So it's still holding around these levels. Okay, now this was from this point to this point. Now I'm gonna make this one a bit shorter and you'll see why. This is because I'm looking at the recent resistance, not the whole, you know, picture to the left, but the recent, because we're looking at the hourly. So we're going to focus on the recent resistance that we see on the hourly. And where is that? Right here, right around these levels. And notice, I'm not covering all the wicks. Like I'm not, you know, drawing it. Like I don't have the trend line like this, right? I don't have the trend line like this. I have it right above the bodies. And if you guys want to know more about trend lines, just have a look at that, you know, how to draw trend lines the correct way in the video section on Chart Striker. Just, you can find it there. It's 20 minutes long or short, whichever you want to call it, and you'll find it helpful for sure. A lot of people find it helpful. That's why I'm saying that you're probably gonna find it helpful as well. So we find resistance, and look what's happening. Price pulls back, it holds, pulls back, it holds. But if this breaks, let me turn this to white. If this breaks, if this level breaks, where is our support? Then our support, my friends, is around this level right here. 213.5 to $213. If this doesn't hold, what then? Well, then in that case, chances are higher that we go a bit lower, okay, to these levels. Simple as that. So I'm gonna draw this or mark this as usual. It's 1 hour. There we go. Change color to blue. Are we good, friends? Can we agree on this, right? The support and resistance levels. Let's see now. And this one was, I think I forgot to mark it last time. Awesomeness, awesomeness. That's pretty much it without complicating things, right? We're done with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB as well. What else? What else? Let's see now. I was out with the fam and, you know, close friends and so on and so forth, and we were out. We went to watch a movie, The Nun. You guys should have seen me. You guys should have seen me. Like, my sister was cracking up and my friends were cracking up. There was a scene which the movie itself wasn't that scary, guys. Okay, I gotta be, it wasn't that scary, but there was this one scene that kind of caught me off guard. You guys should have seen me. Like, I had some popcorn, you know, chips and whatnot, like on my lap, you know, those, you know, cinema popcorns or whatever. And everything just flew around because I jumped out of my seat. I almost screamed a little bit, so everybody started laughing. But yeah, it was okay. It was fine. Yeah, I think personally, scary movies and so on and so forth, it's I don't know. I find it to be more cozy or more, you know, fun to watch it at home. You know, you have your surround system. You can, you know, talk with your friends or family members or whoever. Yeah, but yeah, it's sometimes it's fun. But I'd rather see, you know, action movies or, I don't know, adventure movies like out. But home, yeah, it's yeah. I think it's better to watch horror movies at home. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I don't know. Okay, what else, guys? I don't know if I should let the stream end here or if we should continue. Yeah, I guess then we can call it a show. We've done Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB. Low engagement today. It was a hot show, a good show. Okay, we've covered important things when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB, and so on and so forth. But yeah, like I said, people get bored when price action is bored. But when it's boring, you actually find opportunities. I'm just saying, okay? When things start running, you're just gonna get caught up left and right. So it's always better, you know, to invest in yourself and study and be prepared, you know, make, you know, do some TA, be prepared before things start happening. So when it's boring, you actually got more time to do things, okay? Just saying. So yeah, guys, I appreciate all the love, the likes, the contributions, and so on and so forth. If you enjoyed this short stream that was on point, at least, you know, according to me, yeah, then make sure to like, share, subscribe, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I'll see you on the next stream. Guess it is tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, I'll see you on, yeah, depending on where you live. At least on my part right now, it's Monday. So yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday night, my time. So yeah, guys, until then, take care. Much love to all of you. Remember, when everything is boring, when the market is boring, it's your time to study and prepare and do some TA, okay? So yeah, with that being said, take care and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.